Yes.
Lau, it's very nice to have you here with us today as part of this interview series where we are getting to know the editors for chemical engineering research and design. So as always, I'd like to give you the opportunity to tell us about yourself, to introduce your background and where you are working.
Okay, thank you very much for having me today. I'm Lau. I'm currently working at University Technology Malaysia, UTM, as an associate professor and head of research group. I joined Church early this year as a subject editor. I edited a special issue on membrane technology with Professor Feng from University of Waterloo, Canada. He is also a topic coordinator of Church.
And so actually tell us a little bit more about your research, please, because I have a great research interest in membranes. So I'd love to hear more about your research background and the work that you're doing there.
Yeah, my research focuses on the development of membrane with improved surface property for water and wastewater treatment. More specifically, I work on thin film composite membrane through the incorporation of advanced unknown material into the polymeric matrix via new fabrication technique. They are easier, faster, and more environmental friendly. Actually, our aim is to develop a membrane that can compete with the commercial membrane in terms of water flux, rejection, and anti-fouling properties.
Can you tell us about your work in the journal? So in particular, what section of the journal you are working in? What type of manuscripts do you typically handle?
I'm the subject editor for the section of separation processes. And most of the time, I handle the manuscript that are related to membrane research, such as new membranes and material synthesis and characterizations, membrane simulation and modeling, as well as membrane performance iteration for different applications. Currently, I'm also editing a special issue with Professor Yong from Xiamen University, Malaysia, on the topic related to the membrane development and application for challenging environments. And this issue is expected to complete by first half of 2022. Yeah.
So Lau, can you tell us what do you find rewarding? What do you find enjoyable from your work as an editor for the journal?
The best thing working as an editor is to be able to get to know many editorial board members with different research background from all over the world.
And from the other side, when people are preparing their manuscripts for submission to the journal, so our authors, what tips would you give them? So especially if they're sending manuscripts to your section towards the separation section.
Yeah, okay. I would like to suggest the author to study the guides for authors of Church prior to manuscript submission, because every journal has different standards. And submitting a manuscript with correct formats will ensure your manuscript passes the technical check and save your time. And also, I would like to encourage authors to always follow the latest issue of Church in order to understand better the current progress of the research topic and what the editor expects from the submitted manuscript.
And just to round out the interview, do you have any general comments that you would like to share regarding our journal or about chemical engineering in general?
I think our world is constantly changing and evolving, and this possesses a huge challenge to the human to adapt. Chemical engineering is actually a very important field in addressing these challenges through sustainable energy production, wastewater reclamations, nutrient recovery, plastic waste recycling, just to name a few. I strongly believe the progress in the chemical engineering research will create practical solutions to the challenges we face in the world.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. And thank you for that encouragement to our readers, to our viewers, and to our authors. Lau, it has been a real pleasure to meet you. This is the first time that we've had a face-to-face discussion, and of course, at the moment, it is via Zoom because most of us are all stuck in our own countries due to COVID. But I really hope to meet you in future in person, maybe at a chemical engineering or a membrane conference somewhere, because I'm also working in the membrane field. It would be a great pleasure to catch up with you.